Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from, the county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. As a matter of fact, it rained here in Kisumu. I don't know whether it also rained wherever you are. Maybe you could let me know in the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, William Ruto is a man under siege. And for me, I don't think William Ruto will be able to be re-elected in 2027. But of course, politics is dynamic. A lot of things can change within a very short time. But for Mount Kenya, I think it is now gone and gone and gone completely. Earlier today, Justin Muturi, the Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, unleashed some shocking bombshell on William Ruto over abductions. For those who've been following this channel very closely, at some point I stated on this particular platform, before Muturi was removed as the Attorney General, that Justin Muturi was going to dump William Ruto before 2027. I want you guys to listen to Justin Muturi deconstructing William Ruto and the government he serves. Because remember, Justin Muturi is a cabinet minister. And as a cabinet minister, there is something which is normally called collective responsibility. He decided to go against that. And therefore, in this video, I want to reveal to you guys some shocking details why Justin Muturi decided to unleash those shocking bombshell on William Ruto. First of all, let us pay close attention to what Justin Muturi is trying to say.
So, ladies and gentlemen, and dear countrymen, I've been quiet for some time now, and many people have been asking me where the country is heading and where we are, and so I would like to state as follows. I joined the Kenya Kwanza coalition owing to the fact that the principles that they espoused are in tandem with the principles of the party I belong to, namely the Democratic Party of Kenya. Many friends and political colleagues at the time warned me against joining the coalition, but at a personal level, I was persuaded that will be driven by the ideals and the values that the coalition stated as a hustler nation to do the best for the people of Kenya. One of the things we had accused the past regimes of was the existence of disappearances and extrajudicial killings of Kenyans, and we vowed that we would never, at our watch, condone or allow such. We stated this time and time again in the lead up to the last general election. Today, there has been a number of abductions and in some cases unexplained deaths since the Gen Z revolts of June last year. And it is unfortunate as most of the people being abducted and or killed are our youth, leaving the parents, relatives, and friends, other family members in a state of confusion and loss. I have personally served as my son was abducted and disappeared, and I was not sure whether he was alive or dead, making us anxious and leaving me and my wife and the rest of the family in turmoil. It must be remembered that at that time, I was the serving Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya, and as is well known, a member of the National Security Council as comprised under Article 240 of the Constitution. Despite making several requests, I was unable to trace my son, and I made demands to all the levels of the security apparatus of the country. Now, more than 6 months later, after that ordeal and the release of my son by unknown forces, He has not been charged with any offense, and the government at all levels has not been able to give me any explanation or reasons as to his abduction by hooded armed gangsters.
That's Justin Muturi. And Justin Muturi is not an ordinary Kenyan. Justin Muturi served the Republic of Kenya until recently as the Attorney General. And as the Attorney General, he was the legal advisor to the president. And of course, he was also sitting in the National Advisory. He was also sitting in the highest security organ of the country, the National Security Advisory Council. And therefore, when Muturi is talking about issues to do with the security, at least he has some ideas about it. But why would Muturi decide to unleash terror on William Ruto when William Ruto is actually down? Rigathi Gachagua has locked Mount Kenya to an extent that William Ruto cannot even go to the mountain. Why would he do that? Because right now, William Ruto needs people, his team, to fully support him in the mountain. But Muturi has chosen to go the other way around. The other day, when William Ruto's speech, which Muturi was reading, was rejected, I did analysis here. I questioned, because I observed something, that Muturi was actually encouraging the audience to reject that speech. But why would he do what he did today? Before we get into all those details, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. Why do you think Muturi has decided, because timing is very key, to unleash terror on William Ruto? Number one, I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. Justin Muturi is preparing the ground for Rigathi Gachagua to take over the Democratic Party of Kenya, DP. Justin Muturi was the party leader, Democratic Party. And that's how he found himself as a co-principal in Kenya Kwanza. And that's how he ended up being appointed as the Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya. Rigathi Gachagua announced to the country that in January he was going to offer political direction to the mountain. And the political direction Rigathi Gachagua was going to offer to the mountain was the formation of a new political party. DP is associated with Kibaki. The memory of Kibaki in the mountain still lingers on. So I think Justin Muturi has seen an opportunity. He wants to hand over the party to Rigathi and his allies. But because he cannot be a party leader while still in government, he's going to resign. He's actually forcing William Ruto to remove him from office. Because the moment he's removed from office, he's going to win sympathy. Then he will be able now to serve as the party leader officially of DP, and now they'll use the party to consolidate the mountain and lock William Ruto out of it. That is what I'm seeing. Number two, Mount Kenya and the 2027 presidential elections. You know, Mount Kenya has the highest number of votes. And there's a strong feeling in the mountain that those votes should actually count. Rigathi Gachagua was emerging as a serious force. But there's a fear that with the impeachment, Rigathi Gachagua might actually be locked out of the presidential race. So they needed to prepare someone. So Mount Kenya, in my view, are going to offer a presidential candidate. And that's where Muturi is coming in. Because Rigathi might be locked out. Then Muturi will take over. And with their numbers, they're definitely going to force a rerun. And therefore, they'll be in a very good position to negotiate with any political party in power. The biggest mistake the Mountain committed in the last election was that they went into the election minus their own political party. That is something which they are fixing. So I see Muturi as the potential presidential candidate from the Mountain, not for Kenya. The Mountain are planning to offer a presidential candidate so that they'll rally around that candidate. That party wins it. Even if they don't win the presidency, they'll have that bargaining power. Ladies and gentlemen, before I give you the third point, allow me to also introduce you guys to another product by Bricks Solutions, this smart door lock. This smart door lock has very interesting features. It has a camera that sends images of visitors to your phone and has a screen from the inside to show who is at the door. This lock can be operated using fingerprints, passcodes, smart card unlocking, mobile app unlock, and of course it supports virtual passcode, which means if you're at work and someone wants to access the house, maybe the child or someone else, then you can just create for them the pass access, then they'll be able to use it. It is very good for main entrances and of course those specific rooms in your house, and it's also very good for Airbnb. For those who are operating Airbnbs, please do not hesitate to contact Bricks Solutions for this. Please do not hesitate to contact Bricks Solutions on the numbers you are seeing on your screen there for this particular product. Of course, you also remember that Bricks are the leaders when it comes to software development, CCTV installation, and point of sales. Ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. The third point, I think Justin Muturi is a politician and he doesn't want to serve at the mercy of the president, which means he wants to run for a political office. Embu of late has been the epicenter of Mount Kenya politics. Remember when Billy Mwangi was arrested, what happened there? When Ruto went there, what happened? Rigathi Gachagua has been going there receiving massive reception. So in my view, I think Muturi is preparing to run for the Embu gubernatorial race. And because the ground is anti-Kenya Kwanza, anti-UDA, he's trying to align himself. Because remember, in Embu, Cecily Mbarire is the governor. He's also the party leader, the party UDA party chairperson, which means it will be difficult for William Ruto to allow a free contest to take place in that region. So he's planning, taking advantage of the ground hostility towards Kenya Kwanza to prepare the ground. Number 4, I think he's also responding to the ground. You see, a good politician should be able to listen to what the ground is saying. The ground in Mount Kenya is totally anti-William Ruto. And this is contributed by several factors. William Ruto himself, the people he has entrusted with preaching his gospel. In fact, I've always told you guys that the only person who can save William Ruto in the mountain is none other than Moses Kuria. Most people underrate Moses Kuria. But the truth is, Moses Kuria, as the member of parliament for Gatundu South, was able to deal with Uhuru Kenyatta. He's the only guy who even right now can go into a function in Mount Kenya and address gathering. There's a way he's clicking with the people. And because he's trying to respond to the ground, I think maybe the mountain has slipped off from William Ruto's grip. Number 5, I think there is the feeling of betrayal. Those who supported William Ruto, they have that feeling that they've been betrayed. If you listen to Rigathi, he has that feeling. You listen to Mithika Linturi, he has that feeling. Ketu Ariguru, he has that feeling. You listen to the former Bati member of parliament, Kimani Ngunjiri, he has that feeling. For someone like Justin Muturi, he was the attorney general. And as a matter of fact, He was being undermined then. So the Gen Z protest was just a strategy, was just used as a strategy to get rid of him. Because as the Attorney General, he was seeing a lot of documents passing on his table. Some was even being bypassed. So there's that feeling. And he's out to revenge. He wants to force Ruto to sack him. Because resigning is an option, but if he's sacked, it would be good for him politically. And I don't want to also rule out the possibility that there is this Mount Kenya kingpin, which people are trying to position themselves with. And because you can't be Mount Kenya kingpin currently, as long as you are in Kenya Kwanza, I think Muturi is trying to dissociate with Kenya Kwanza so that he can place himself in a strategic position for consideration as the next Mount Kenya kingpin, if that position will be available. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye. If you've enjoyed this video up to this stage, please, in the comment section, why don't you just do the usual? Just write, Lee, I'm present. I'm going to respond to each and every statement with the word present. Bye-bye.